welcome to Vetted Conversations, where we delve into the foundations, workings, and current challenges facing our American experiment. In today's confusing world, it's more important than ever to understand what keeps our nation strong and how we, as patriotic citizens, can actively participate.
Our mission is to ensure that you, the listener, gain the knowledge and insights alongside us, your veteran and military family member hosts, to become more informed and engaged citizens.
In a world of partisan noise, we lead with a bias of patriotism, cutting through the static with clarity, insight, and action. Join us as we learn together and help equip you with the tools to protect and preserve what matters most, our shared American ideals. So let's get into it.
I have the pleasure of getting to speak with Jay Allen, country music star. Thank you so much for making the time to chat with us.
Thanks, Anil. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so, maybe to start, we'd love to know what brings you to New Orleans this week and how it's been so far.
Yeah, obviously Super Bowl week. I'm here to talk about the fight against dementia. I lost my mother to Alzheimer's. She was 51 when she was diagnosed, so I call it early onset Alzheimer's. She unfortunately passed in 2 years and 9 months. Very devastating for me. I'd been in Nashville for a couple of years, so I wrote a song about it at a heartache. Never intended for anyone to hear it. And started sharing that message around the country and touring. And someone took a video in the crowd when I brought my mom on stage, very, very sick. We were opening up for Jake Owen, a country artist, in front of a couple thousand people. We put on this fun country rock show. We all wear black, we're covered in tattoos, and everyone in the crowd's tipsy, having a good time. And I'm just let's bring him on stage and let's take him to church for a minute. And so everyone could tell, wow, who is this? I explained it's my mom. She obviously looked very sick. I wrapped my arms around her. I told our story, sang a song called Blake Stairs. So I took a video, they put it on their Facebook, and it got over 1 billion views. It kind of crowded the internet 2019. And she passed shortly after that, but we've said yes to every opportunity that's come our way, including being on Radio Row last year and this year. And we've been a part of helping raise $160 million to fight against dementia. We shine light on caregivers all around the world. We just started a care facility tour, so we go into care facility centers and put on legit full-blown produced concerts for them. So last week in Fort Myers, we had a 104-year-old lady in the front row. We brought all the staff, all the caregivers on stage and celebrated them because they do things and see things that people should never have to do and see every day. They're never rewarded,
Sure.
So I want to bring them on stage and highlight them, keep them up, and remind them what they do is so important. So
You're on the ball.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we talk about.
Well, first off, sorry for your loss, but thank you so much for obviously everything you've done already and what you continue to do. I think obviously an incredibly important cause, and both on the side of as you mentioned, the caregivers as well as for the disease itself and how to raise awareness about it. So it's incredible service, and I think we were talking a little bit before, but it sounds like you also have a connection to the military as well, and work that you do to support the military.
I've learned a lot about. I'm more. You call me a country music artist. Really, a person that is an artist, have a band and tour for a living. But first and foremost, I'm a philanthropist. And within all the philanthropy work that I've done with the fight against dementia and Alzheimer's, I've learned how to kind of translate that to other things. And caregivers go hand in hand with the military. We are actually part of a movie called Unconditional. A friend of mine, he worked for MSNBC. He reached out to me when he heard my story about losing my mom because he lost his dad. So he was a full-time correspondent for MSNBC. And when he found out that his dad was sick, he decided he wanted to be a full-time caregiver for his dad as well.
Oh, wow.
And so he was working for MSNBC in New York City. His dad was in San Francisco, so they agreed to let him work part-time on the weekends in New York City, and he'd fly back to San Francisco during the week and be a full-time caregiver for his dad. So he decided to document the whole experience up until losing his dad. It was like a 7-year experience. And then he decided to reach out to other caregivers and highlight their stories. So it was actually 3 different caregivers, and one of them was a dad and a son, a husband and a son, and they were taking care of this guy's wife. She was in the military, and she actually got breast cancer. And I was unaware of this, but we were invited to preview the film in the White House, which is unreal. Stacy, my manager, made that happen. But we're in there, we're in the President's movie theater, second row back, and I noticed that there was a young boy and a guy next to me. At the end of the film, they played this song that I wrote called Break for Broken. And then they shared with us that gal who had served in the military that died from breast cancer had just passed away while they were playing my song Grateful Broken behind it. And he started weeping. The son was hugging him. And he just grabbed my shoulder. I was like, oh, God. So, yeah, there's caregivers in different facets of life as well, including the military. So I feel a deep connection in that much. So, and my best friend's a Marine, too. So I feel like I didn't serve, but I feel like it's so important to serve those.
Yeah, no, 100%. And, we always talk about our organization is all about veterans and military families, right? And the community that surrounds people who serve, because oftentimes there's sacrifice that happens from close friends and from family members, as part of that service to the country. So, but I love the way you framed your focus and who you are as a philanthropist first, and then a performer and an artist second, because I think that connects very deeply to what we do as an organization, which is, we are all about service, right? We're all about finding ways to engage again, and in particular get the veteran and military family community who obviously has served in one way, shape, or form previously in their lives to basically get back into their communities in big and small ways, to serve and just re-engage. We had a campaign last year called Bet the Vote. We recruited over 163,000 veterans and military family members to serve as poll workers.
Wow, good job.
So basically being the people who help run our elections and make sure that they're truly free and fair. And this year, Military 250, it's kind of a little known fact, but this year is actually the 250th birthday of the Army, the Navy, and the Marine Corps.
That's awesome.
And so we are using the celebration around that as a platform, essentially, to re-inspire veterans, military family members, and American citizens more broadly to find ways to serve, right? And so it's all about this concept of service, what you're doing in a very big way and very big impact, but also everyday people, just finding ways to thank a teacher or to attend a PTA meeting or volunteer with their local fire department, whatever it might be. All those things add up to a lot.
Yeah. It's so important what y'all are doing to get them plugged in. My best friend, he's a freaking warrior. He's the salt of the earth, like strongest guy I know, but it took him a long time to get replugged back in, And I was with him in some of the darkest times of his life, having really terrible thoughts. I'm just like, I had to remind him, dude, you're a warrior. Like, you served our country. You can do anything, so this is so important we all do.
Yeah, it's the transition and finding a sense of purpose, right? You very often when you leave the military, you take off that uniform. It kind of feels like
it's a purpose,
right? Exactly.
Purpose is everything.
Yeah.
Yep. And they can find it in other ways.
Absolutely. Yeah. Again, thank you so much for everything that you do. If people want to learn more about your organization, your causes, things that you support, where can they find more information?
Well, I'm actually here also representing Round Pond.
Yeah, I would love to hear about that.
Yeah, I have a bottle of wine and a backpack over there too. So I tour the country and I share my message, and I was performing at an event in Napa Valley, and the owners of this vineyard reached out. We actually had lunch, and they shared they lost their dad to dementia, so they wanted to do something powerful as well to help make an impact and give back towards dementia. So they started a line of wine called Honorin', and on the label there's pictures of people we've lost to dementia. They actually have their dad on there, and they featured my mom.
Oh, wow.
They lose money on this because they give half of every bottle back towards the fight against dementia. And so we've done a tour together. We're going on a cruise where we get to share the fight against dementia next year in Rome. Like, we're taking this overseas.
Oh, that's amazing.
And so they partnered and they helped bring me here. So roundpond.com. Oh, here's the bottle right here.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes,
that's incredible.
All the pictures on there. All these are all people we've lost to dementia. My mom's are right here. Me and my mom right there.
That's great.
So yeah, but yeah, really cool thing they're doing, man. Just I want to partner with people like this.
Yeah.
So yep.
Wow, that's fantastic. So roundpond.com, it sounds like for there. Then
all my tour dates arejallenofficial.com. So easy to go on there, and then J Allen Music on socials. So yeah, or just ask Siri. Hey Siri, where's J Allen?
On your local AI assistant can help you out.
Like speaking to the atmosphere.
That's right.
I tell you,
yeah.
A robot was rolling up. Yeah.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for making the time to chat with us.